This is a very similar scene to what I saw when I was in Hangzhou at the Grand Canal up by the Westlake Cultural Plaza. And now I'm in Suzhou on the Grand Canal, watching a barge pass. Looks like it's loaded to the gills. I can't see from this angle with what. Some kind of asphalt maybe, from the smell of it, but that could just be the diesel smoke. I used to see barges like this going down the Hudson, so laden that they look like they could barely float. Like a little wave might come and crash over the boat, over the barge, and sink it. You know, I'm not sure what this bridge is. There's no name on Google Maps. Google Maps isn't even showing there being a bridge here. Isn't that strange? I just went to the Panmen Scenic area and the tower. Ruguang Tower, though it's not open, but I did get into the city gate, which I don't know if we could see from here. I did walk along the city wall, the restored portion of the city wall up here. That's cool. This path will take you down to it if you get here after hours. Maybe there's English on the other side. This is kind of neat how they have ramps on the bridge for bikes or motor scooters. Well, whatever was here has been taken down or defaced. So I don't know the name of this bridge. I kind of want to walk along the water a little bit to get back to Renmin Road. I thought what I'd do. It came down East Street after the park here, you can see. So I thought I'd walk now. It's the Waicheng River, but it's also really the Grand Canal, as far as I can tell. I'm assuming, you know, portions of it followed river systems where they could to save on labor. And you need water, of course, so a lot of the canals in my neck of the woods, like the D&H Canal, essentially had to straddle rivers that were unnavigable, with viaducts and all sorts of weirs to divert water into the canal, and then of course locks to overcome the gravity changes in elevation. So Renmin Bridge is down here. That's the next big bridge, but it's not a scenic arched bridge. So get a nice view here past the willow tree. Hello. Do you know the name of this bridge? This bridge? What is it named? The bridge here? Do you know the name? No? Okay. I guess not. So that's Renmin Road. There was so much construction, you know, on Renmin Road while I was walking down from Confucian Temple Blue Wave area. I just turned here down Shinshi and then down the East Road. So there's a mall up here that I was curious to pop into, but it looked like it was part of the construction zone. It's odd, you know, when I was over by the Westlake Cultural Plaza, I almost turned around from that walk because of all the construction that was at the northern end of downtown Hangzhou, around the Grand Canal area. Looked like they're putting in a huge complex. I don't know if they have the same thing planned for here in Suzhou. I think Shanghai is a real trendsetter for architecture and things of that nature, and developing the waterfront is one of the main things the city does when it undergoes a metamorphosis. I should figure out what these yellow flowers are. I see them everywhere. These yellow bushes blooming this time of year. It's what, the second week of June now. And they're starting to fall off the bushes. They've passed their prime. I don't know what that big complex is over there. Could find out if I open maps. Boo 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 boo. Oh yeah, you know, there was something across there that I was curious to see. Sulin Cotton Mill former site. I don't know if it'll probably just be a historic sign. Sulin Shop, Carrefour. That's like a shopping mall. So I guess it's a shopping mall. They had those in Hangzhou. Carrefour. So this is my first day in Suzhou. Now, a good primer, I think, having spent the winter in Shanghai, visited most of its cultural attractions, and then having spent 12 days in Hangzhou. Suzhou seems a little bit more laid back. I read the guidebook this morning. I didn't get out of the house till 11:30, and it's like mostly gardens here. There's a big museum, and the Hubble Administrator's Garden's the biggie for the gardens, and then the rest are kind of small gardens that you can take in an hour each. So what I'll probably do is make some side trips to Tongli, and if I can get to Zhejiang, then I can cancel and spend an extra couple days in Shanghai. Cancel my trip there. I was gonna spend 2 nights in Zhejiang on the way back to Shanghai. Shatong, I think it is. I had to look up the pronunciation of X again because it was confusing me. The first thing I had to learn about Chinese was how to pronounce Q, because you see the Qing, you know, dynasty, the last dynasty of China is Qing, and it's everywhere. But if you're not familiar, you'd say the Qing dynasty, and that's how I was pronouncing it when I was reading stuff in museums, making videos in Hong Kong. Now I feel like an idiot, but I think you have to accept that you'll have some mispronunciations if you are the type of person who will go to a hello who will go hello who will go to a foreign country without prior knowledge and learn by doing, versus planning everything out and trying to avoid like a very minor faux pas of a mispronunciation. I don't think anyone will fault you for that if you have the guts to go to a country and learn about it at a museum. Actually, Hong Kong's not very complicated. You don't even need a visa. Or did I need a Chinese visa? I think I might have had it at that point. I think I already had my Chinese visa when I went to Hong Kong, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I needed one for Hong Kong. Did I have it at that point? Pretty sure I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. But now we're back up at Renmin Road. So Renmin Road is what? People's Road? It's usually the main thoroughfare through old cities, like Renmin Road in old city Shanghai. Kind of makes a loop around where the old city walls were. And Renmin Road in Suzhou kind of cuts down the middle of the old city. So I'm walking around the south perimeter of the old city that would have been bounded here by the river / Grand Canal. Little pavilion. And up ahead, should I cross over and try to find the old mill site? See how promising it is? Or should I wait till I rent a bicycle? I rent bikes at my hostel. I got a real nice room at my hostel. Here go one of the river cruises. Maybe I'll take one of these. They leave between 6:30 and 8:30, it said in one of my guidebooks, every half hour. So that'll be a nice thing to do, but it's probably all in Chinese. So up ahead there are some murals under the bridge, it looks like. The wharf, I think, is right up here too. Oh. Scenes from city life around Suzhou. Do do be do dum dum. Do do be do dum dum. Here's one of the humble administrators here. I'll have to look up the history timeline of Suzhou. That's why it might have been good to go to the Suzhou Museum first, but it's on the north end of town. And it was easier for me to walk here today and in a half day. So I would have understood a little bit better, but now I'm curious, so that's good too. To set straight. I was over by the city walls, and at first I'm looking at that the city water gate thinking, they built that. See, that's the big mall. I don't know if it's open right now. Ashley's, and they got a theater, I think, maybe. That was further up. The theater there definitely looked closed. Go to the wharf here. Take a boat ride. Might as well. I always go again. I'm trying to get a friend to come down who speaks Chinese to spend the weekend. And she's like, I gotta watch the World Cup. I'm like, what? First of all, it's from like, you're gonna have to stay up from midnight to noon to watch it. I mean, it is the weekend, but you just graduated and you have a job. At least you didn't ask her job to take off to watch it. I had a friend from England, real soccer hooligan, and he tried to get his boss to give him time off so he could watch the World Cup. And his boss was like, you can't take time off to watch television. And he just couldn't understand that. He's like, come on, man. It's the World Cup. It's only every 4 years. It's not like it's, you know, some other kind of match or something. I don't know what he said, but I was like, dude, this isn't Europe. You can't get away with that here. Plus, you live in a day and age of, you know, TiVo and stuff. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense why you need to watch it absolutely live. I never understood that. People who need to go to a pub and get drunk and watch sports. I mean, I played sports and I enjoyed it, but if I was sitting the bench, I wasn't one of those people who was like, oh, I'm happy just to be on the team. It's like, no, the whole point is to play. I'm gonna sit there and watch others play. It'd drive me crazy. Do it, go in the water. He's gonna do it. I thought he was gonna do it. Little garden here. So I think if I keep heading this way, I'll hit the wharf eventually. I saw some boats there, but they didn't look like tourist boats. They looked like freighters, rusty old freighters. But it said it was over here somewhere on the Lonely Planet. Yeah, see? I do see behind there, there's some tourist boats. Okay. So I'm headed in the right direction. The right direction. Do-do-be-do-dum-dum. I'm recording this in high def. It's going to be such a huge video file, but I always do this. I start off thinking I'll make just like a little short video. And then I record a huge one. Let's see what was in this guy. This is like the kind of the same one that was going up. It looks like cement, huh? So they were hauling cement in that other one probably that we saw go by. I like China. Things are like a lot more laid back here with the rules, you know? It's not like crazy, crazy. Oh, let's go buy a ticket. Good thing I had a big breakfast. I'm getting hungry. Do do be do dum dum. That's exit. Or is that toilet? I think that's exit. Oops. Guess I go around this way. Looks like I came in the back. I came in the back way. Now I know how to get on the ship for free. Oh. Don't mind if I do. Oh, how do I look? I almost got a haircut today. Oh man, I don't need a haircut. Oh. I got a haircut when I was in Shanghai because I spent the winter there. Man, it took like an hour for them to cut my hair, and it wasn't that cheap either. It was like, what, still like $10, $12. And they didn't do that great a job.